Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
girl.
Okay, I thought we was having technical difficulties or something. Hey.
Oh, well, this is Tamika.
You didn't say, did you see what I saw? Come on, get into it. Get into it.
You know what? We always go back to it anyway. Anyway, did you see what I saw?
No, no. I don't know. This was a very bipolar episode, but anyway, this is Doris because I know, Tamika, she was all out of sorts. But anyway, we're going to move right along. Okay. Before we get before we get started, I just want you guys to know that I'm not at home. I'm actually in Atlanta. So you might hear my granddaughter in the background crying. I can't really control that, so we're just going to move right along. Anyway, I will let you start because this is a very bipolar episode for me. I was all over the place.
Well, I don't even. Well, what was the first scene? And I'll go from there.
The first scene was Richard and Danny. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Damani arguing over Sabrina pretty much. This was not a
Oh,
debate
yeah,
about.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, how I feel about that? I'm glad that he's stepping up.
Yeah.
But I'm just still trying to make sure that he's not doing it. Well, at first I was thinking he was doing it because of the other guy, but now, since him and Sabrina sat down and talked, I think he's genuine.
Yeah.
You know. Mhm.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that conversation that he had with Jordan and Tony kind of it made
Mhm.
a difference. So I don't
Yeah.
like how this is looking though because look, did you see how Damani was looking standing there with that tight suit on? And I'm not
Oh,
trying to
girl,
diss
yeah,
him.
it looked like he can't breathe.
Yeah, it was that suit was taking his blood pressure. I was like, okay, did you take your medicine today? Because
Yeah,
no, but that
right.
suit was extremely tight. But anyway, so it was funny when Richard was getting ready to donate the sperm the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, oh my God. Girl, when he started about to undo his pants, the doctor was like,
And it was just
Oh,
weird that the doctor didn't try to. Why didn't she say, okay, y'all got to leave in a nice way? Instead,
right,
she
right.
escorted Damani out, but she didn't try to say, okay, you all need to go. I mean, it's a nice way to say it. It's a nice way
Mhm.
to say it. So I don't want to move beyond this because I want to keep this going in order, and then we can just go back through. So I'll say all the stuff I got to say about them later. But when they got back to, well, let me just move right along. Marie was pissed off when she first came into the. She was
Girl,
mad.
the way she slammed that door.
Yeah, but Andy came through. I'm just wondering when Andy picked up her purse and moved it. Did you notice that?
No, but I noticed when she asked Andy to hand it
Okay,
to her.
and this is where
Yeah.
I'm going. She picked up her purse and she moved it when she first came in and she sat at the table. But it just
Mhm.
looked like that wasn't part of the script. It looked like the purse was
Mm.
in the way and she needed to move it. And so Marie had to like, okay, look, give me back my purse after it was over because that didn't make sense for her to have to move it. So I think that was unscripted and the purse was just really in the way. But anyway, so moving on, I got an eye for detail.
Mhm.
Now, Hayden was dropping it off. We all know that. But it must have been trash the way she was treating him. And then
Girl, when
she's,
she came in that doggone office that Hayden was in, and what she said, she asked him if he wanted a taste of something, and then made that sound with her lips.
yeah, she was trifling. She was trifling. But what made me laugh is when her and Andy, she gave her the information that she needed. And then she
Mhm.
told Hayden, can we have the room? In other words, get out because we can read the talk. Everything
Mhm.
flipped. After Andy came through with the juice about, her getting all her or keeping all her money and stuff, everything flipped. She was like, Hayden, can we have the room? Hayden, can we have the
You're
room?
right.
So that was funny. So, okay, Andy was getting ready to confide in Marie about Gary. I was looking for
Mhm.
that to go somewhere. I was looking for something else. I was looking to find out what her relationship really is with Gary.
Me too. Yeah.
What Marie's. I was looking for that, but and I'll get back to that when we get to the end of the show. Excuse me, but I was looking for something there.
Mhm.
She and then look, it's this guy. His name is Malik. Malik is a comedian, and he has this little stand up where he's talking about how women don't apologize and they wouldn't buy an apology even if they sold it on Amazon. So he was talking about how his girlfriend came in and she was like, "So this is how women find out if you're still mad." So she was like, "So you still mad?" And so he was like, "Yeah, I'm still mad." So then he was saying how mad he was, and so she was like, "I hope I'm not dealing with a sassy MF." I know that was way off. Point is, when Hayden was sitting there, he was being so sassy. Made me think about it. Made me think about that real quick. But he was being so sassy, especially when he tried to threaten Miss Marie with the blogs. Why would you say something
Girl,
like that to her?
she brought him right back down to earth
She
though.
really did. She snapped her
And I
fingers like,
love
okay.
that. She was like, if anybody tell anything on me, she was like, I'll tell on myself before I let somebody tell on me.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that she said that.
Mhm. Me too.
Now, I really felt bad for I felt bad for Hate because he gave it all he had in more ways than one. And then he came up with nothing. He came out with nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
And as much as we love to hate Hayden, why is he having such a hard time?
Yeah. All the way around too.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, but we'll get to that
Mhm.
as we move through. I know I'm talking fast, but I'm looking at these notes and I don't want to leave out a detail, which I know I will. But Fatima tells Zach about Gary. I was looking for that to go in a different direction also.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Zach kept his cool more than I thought he was.
But see, this was one of those. I have to say this respectfully. Tyler tried it. He tried it in all these different directions that he was taking the characters in to bring it to a close. And I don't want to go too
Mhm.
fast, but he tried it. But we'll get to that. But again, I want to say he really tried it. Okay, I ain't gonna say that he tried it no more. But anyway, so I really liked Zach's shirt. The shirt that he had on, it was giving bulletproof vest or not bulletproof vest, but gun holder. Like the thing
Oh yeah.
that's what it was giving.
Mhm.
It was giving that. So I liked it. I think they did that
Yeah.
purposely. However, it was overshadowed with the fact that he didn't react the way we wanted him to.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Fatima, she kept her cool. That's who she is. But I didn't like how Zach, I just didn't expect him to do it. He listened too well. And I know he listens to her, but this was over the top. But then again,
What
I
you
have
think
to say,
she had in that duffel bag?
first of all, the bag was just reminding us because she always got the red bag. I can't say too much because then I'll be giving away the end of the show and how I felt about
Okay.
it. Now we know she
Mhm.
has some type of weapons because I just got it. I got it. So when she carries that red bag, she came out of the bag one time. She came out with a knife. So I don't want to get too deep into that, but I want to remember
Mm.
the knife. So just remember that I got something to say about the
Okay.
knife. But that's what that was about. And Tyler tried it. But anyway, moving on. Um, Okay, Pam. Pam and Miss Marie. Why?
I don't
When they
know.
ran into each
Yeah,
other in
what
the
is up
hall.
with her with all of these all these connections and
Yeah.
here yet
You
another
know what?
sponsor or whatever.
In the mid season, we were happy that Pam was getting a bigger role. Remember how happy
Mhm.
we was that she was. I'm not happy anymore.
Mhm.
I'm not happy
Right.
because she's greedy, she's irrelevant, and
Mhm.
they're trying to force it. You
Yeah.
brought in a new person. You brought in Miss Marie, and they're trying to force Pam in there. But they're doing it in the wrong way because who
Mhm.
likes Pam and what she's doing? Nobody appreciates that. And I'm talking about
Mm-mm.
viewers. What viewer would be looking like, yeah, Pam? Why?
Right. Like, go
Why is
ahead,
she
girl.
doing that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. So he needs to rethink that. I'm not happy about that. And they're trying to make Miss Marie a a fixture when her storyline is done.
Right.
It's over. This can't go no place
Mhm.
else. She should have won her, got her money or got her financial affairs in order, thanks to Andy. and she should have been able to still give one of the partners a good word, and I'm going to send you my business. That would have been fine. She pretty
Mhm.
much ended it with Hayden. Her character is gone. But I see they getting ready to still try to keep her in there. No, they need to put a plug on that dead one
I
just right
agree.
there. Yeah, they need to put
Mhm.
a plug, but I just wanted to say that. But
Right.
anyway, so Pam, I don't know what she's going to do with Miss Marie. I'm trying to connect it with something dirty. But Miss Marie doesn't have a relationship with Karen.
Hmm.
She doesn't have one.
No, she
Unless,
don't.
see, this is stupid. So Miss Marie is getting ready to invest in Pam's business. Maybe she's going to be the one that, see, that part is boring. Let's just move on. Because it's that part
It
right
is.
there,
I don't see where it can go, and if it, I mean, it's just
it's
again, it
stupid.
would be just a like a
That's
filler
all, it's a
scene.
filler. That's all.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was very happy that Andy made partner. I was so
Yes, I
happy.
was so happy about that. Yep.
But I want to throw something in there. Let's go back. And I'm not trying to harp on where's Robin. But Robin, he got to come back because he's directly affiliated with the partners.
Good point. Yep.
Remember, he was, and we have one listener that always has valid points. So I'm expecting her to say something regarding this. But Robin, he was her boss.
Mhm.
So in what capacity was he her boss if he wasn't a partner?
Yeah.
So he has to be high up there, and he has to really be high up there to be her boss, and he's not a partner.
Mhm.
But anyway, so the point is, where is he going to fit in to this equation? Before, you all know I was harping on bring Robin back. Where's Robin? I got away from that. But now I'm looking at it like he has to come back. And if he doesn't come back, then I'm still looking at Tyler sideways because Robin's not back. You got Miss Marie doing this. And I'll talk about what else he got going at the end because definitely got something to say about that. Now back to Richard.
Mhm.
Why are they so adamant about talking about her having a child and not being married? Now Richard's back, he's back on board or on board because he never was. He's on
Mhm.
board with him and Karen having, I mean, not him and Karen. Karen had so many people, baby. But anyway,
So
I'm
silly.
sorry, y'all. I wasn't lying. Anyway, so with Sabrina and Richard, why doesn't he's saying something about us having babies, and she said something about us having babies, but he never once said, well, let's get married.
And I thought that
Let's
he
get
was going
married.
to
I thought it
when they were
also.
talking, and he said something of an excellent father. I thought he was going to throw husband in
Right. Well, he
there,
was saying how
but
he was successful when he reached a certain level of success that he
mhm.
wanted her to be there. That was his time to say, listen, I want you there with my children. We'll be planning for our grandchildren and da 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 da. But he didn't say it. Come on, somebody
Right.
get married for real.
I
But anyway,
know.
I'll get back to that. I got a lot of stuff to say and to get back to. Um Sabrina's nail color, you know, I always got to take it to fashion at 1 or 2 points in each episode. Her nail color was so nice. You probably
I don't
didn't
even
notice
think
it
I
was.
said nope. I so didn't.
I don't know what family. It's almost like a lavender, gray, magenta mix. It was real pretty. I know that sounds like a mess, but it was very nice. Just wanted to throw that in there. Okay, Tamira. Why is she still
Mm.
there?
Girl,
Her outfit was cute when in my day. That was something that I would have worn, something I probably did wear. But Tamira, why is she still on the show? Her
she was
purpose,
fighting for that phone.
yeah, she was, and I didn't think he was. She was going. I didn't think he was going to win when she ended up on top of him on the couch.
Uh-huh.
But he was. But he
Mm,
was.
mm,
He
mm,
had to be
mm.
moving really fast to get to the messages the way he did.
Yes.
But anyway, so he sees the messages. He was more calm than what
He
I
saw
thought he
the
was going to be.
video.
Oh, he saw the video.
Hmm.
How did I miss that?
I heard her moaning and stuff. He was watching the video.
Oh, let me tell you what happened. I clicked off of the show to set up for this show but I could
Mhm.
hear it. But I thought my computer was tripping. So I'm like, what is going on?
Mm.
So when I clicked back over there onto the show, the screen it didn't even have them on the screen. It was some guys playing soccer. Okay, so it was,
No.
but I heard the noise. I just didn't know where it was coming from. So yeah, so
Mhm.
he saw the video.
Yeah.
I was mad that he asked her how many times. Why do people do that?
I don't know. I wanted to know the same thing. Like, what difference do that make?
Exactly.
Because the do has been done and it's already bad. So,
That's like a
and
case
seeing
of,
the video is way worse than some text messages.
yeah, it is. That's a
Mm.
solidified the whole thing. But anyway, so now he
Mhm.
knows. Tamara's hanging around like somebody owe her something. Why is she doing that?
Mhm.
You've been
Right.
paid. Well, wait a
Yeah.
minute. Let's go back. She didn't get paid cash.
Mhm.
Remember, her pay was being involved with this man with the money.
Mhm.
So that was her compensation. But why is she still on the show? It's
Right.
over with now that he found out that her and Gary had it. Well, I know why she was still there. Excuse me. That'll be at my end of the show thing. I know why she's still there. Tony shows up with flowers. What you think about that?
He said something about more flowers, didn't he? I could remember when he got her some first ones.
I didn't hear it, but if he did say that, then what
Mhm.
he's saying is that I'm in it for the long haul. That's what I would get out of
Okay.
that. I didn't hear him say that. But if
Mhm.
he did say it, you would attach that when he told her that the wife was taking the children.
Mhm.
So in other words, I'm free. I'm more available to you for us to focus on our relationship. So that's what I would make
Yeah.
of that. But anyway, I still like them together. I didn't hate him like I
Mhm.
did the last couple of episodes because, he was, avoiding things with him running out of there and being short on conversation or at least
Mhm.
participating in the conversation. So I'm glad that they are working it out. And I'm glad that the wife is out of there. But you got to look at it. Tyler got rid of them kids. You see how they made
Hey,
an appearance and he got rid of them?
uh-huh.
Okay, now let's go back to little Michael. We don't see him on there that much. Watch he fade to the black.
Right. Yeah. You
Watch he
said that a
fades.
couple episodes ago that there's no room for
I
kids
said
on
it.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So let's look at, okay, so those kids are gone. Michael's hardly on there. So now we're looking at Sabrina, who's trying to get pregnant. Is she really going to get pregnant? Um,
Mhm.
is she already pregnant by Richard? Or is it going to be a problem of her even being able to conceive? Because there's no place for children.
Speaking of Michael, where was he supposed to be at when Zach and Fatima was about to leave out? They didn't even say where he was, and then did they?
No, they didn't mention him because it's
Right.
convenient. Look, all these shows, the kids just wherever they are, and the parents still continue to live like
Mhm.
they without children, single, whatever. So Michael, like I said, he's going to fade to black, and then we have, like I said, Sabrina. Maybe she can't even have kids because there's no space for kids. You mean to tell me that Sabrina's going to get pregnant, and Tony's kids are gone, Karen is pregnant, and
Mhm.
Michael's still there. All these kids. So okay, let's just say Michael's
Yeah.
gone, the kids are gone. Karen is still pregnant, and then here's Sabrina come. Karen is going to eventually have her kids.
Mhm.
You mean to
She
tell me
got
we gonna
to.
draw it out again, waiting on another? That's not gonna happen. That's
Yeah.
not gonna happen. I was trying to make sense. I was trying to get my words to catch up with my thoughts.
Mhm.
Anyway, so
Well, maybe
Sabrina
they will
still
draw it
seems a
out
little
because, with not to cut you out, but with Sabrina, maybe they'll draw it out
mhm.
because, and they'll be like, well, we can just try naturally.
Right. This is what he said. This is what the case is.
Oh, I
This
didn't
is
hear
what
him say
Richard
that
is
part.
saying. When
Oh,
he
okay.
was
Instead of
trying
going
to
through the
do it the
process.
old fashioned way,
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
this is he don't have no reason to do it another way. They can try until
Right.
they get it right. In this case, instead of she got to wait and see
Mhm.
if the embryo or whatever is viable or the egg is however
Yeah.
it goes, she would have to wait and
Mhm.
see. But anyway, I refuse to believe that we went through all this time of Karen being pregnant to us having to go through the same type of situation all over again. I can't see that. I refuse to believe it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to see it to believe that. I can't see
Right.
it. Well, anyway, so they were still, sitting there on the couch and she still looked like she was giving him the side eye in a way.
Mhm.
Didn't she still look like she said, you can't take it back. So that to
Yeah.
me says that you have to be here. Now that's fine. But then you have to look
Mhm.
at what Damani was saying, how he didn't say he was gonna be there, but wait, he did say he wanted to be there, didn't he? Whether he said it or not,
Mhm.
he's showing that he wants to be there.
He
And
said he wanted to
even
be there,
though,
but she
okay,
said that he wasn't,
okay,
basically,
right,
because
she was like, slow
she
your
was
roll
like,
pretty much.
"No." Mhm. Yeah.
But why is she looking at Richard like that? What if you can't take it back? Damani could. He
Well,
could.
she didn't expect him to be. What you talking about? You talking about being there for the kids and stuff?
Yes.
Well, she ain't want. I mean, when somebody brought up co-parenting when they was in the waiting
Mm-hmm.
room, she said no, and
Right.
then whatever his name is was looking
Richard.
like
Oh,
he had
Damani.
other plans. Yeah,
Right.
Damani was looking like he had other plans.
He did look that way, but what is she saying you can't take it back to Richard for? You was going to be a single mother before. You was going to be one with
Well,
Damani or
because
whoever
they in
made
a
a donation.
relationship.
Well, yeah, okay. I really was asking that question for you to answer. I'm glad you did because I'm just feeling like she, hmm.
Mhm.
So, yeah, we're going to see what happens with that. But I still see her feeling apprehensive about Richard doing this.
Mhm.
But like one of the listeners wrote, and I don't know if you read it, where she said that Sabrina was probably already pregnant by Richard,
Yeah, yeah, I did see
and
that. Mhm.
that could very well be the case. I'm feeling that in a sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so why did Andy call Jordan just for her to say something harsh at the end? It just felt like it was going somewhere in the beginning of the or not the conversation, the beginning of the voicemail. Didn't it feel like it was
What she
going
say harsh at
somewhere?
the end? That she's sorry that she can't be with him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, why
mean,
did you say all those
she
nice things?
can't.
And you went to him because he's your friend.
Who? Jordan?
But why is she calling him to remind him of that? Yeah, why is
Well,
she
yeah,
calling Jordan
I
to
agree with it.
remind him of that?
Probably
Yeah, it
wanting to
seemed
get
like to
hint
me, and this is
that
what I got from it.
yeah, maybe a hint that something ain't right, because she did say in the voicemail also is that I don't want you to be hurt or get hurt, or what she say, to keep them safe. Something she said in that voicemail.
Yeah, she said that she wanted to keep him safe. But we already knew
Mhm.
this. Gary
Yeah.
already, I mean, not
Well,
Gary,
he might
Jordan
have wanted to
already knew
throw
what
the
she
hint
told
at
him.
Jordan. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Excuse me,
he
y'all, I'm
showed
drinking.
up.
Well, you're going too fast. Now slow down. Slow down because we
No.
haven't even gotten to that part yet.
Oh, okay.
Now here we are at whose place? They were at Sabrina's place, Karen and Danny, sitting around talking about Gary. I was pissed because, and I say this all the time, y'all, I thought this was gonna be my last season saying this. That Karen's belly still looked like one basketball.
Mhm.
I'm not thin no more, but when I was and having the kids, I kept a thin shape and with the basketball belly. But that right there, that's ridiculous. That's
Mhm.
ridiculous because Amazon, I'm pretty sure, and I'm gonna look it up because I'm pretty sure I can find an Amazon twin belly. I bet you they have them. If I had time, I would
Mhm.
I would look it up right now. But that's what they need to do with Karen. She's sitting there out of breath and tired.
Uh-huh.
I got to get back to that too because I definitely got something to say about that. But I felt like the conversation they were having was so corny.
Yeah, it
It
was.
was corny because you know your friend, you know she's going through something. Danny especially know because she went and she had the conversation with.
Mhm.
So that was just a corny conversation because y'all been friends for so long and you know when something is wrong. Nothing is going to stop you from getting to the bottom of it. It wouldn't take for you to go
Yeah.
have a meeting with the other sisters. You'll be like, okay, this ain't right. She's going to have to tell me something. I wouldn't even left her presence without knowing what was going on
Yeah.
when at the baby shower. instead of like, oh my God, are you serious? No, this is not, no. What's going on? Because I know he got
Mhm.
some, that Tyler, he tried it. Anyway, so Karen calls Fatima for the wedding information. I didn't like the fact that Fatima found out the location by an email. Wouldn't it seem like Andy would have told her, or was that something they just threw in there? Because Fatima already knew.
Right. Yeah.
So I felt like
Yeah.
that was a bad writing decision. Why couldn't they just say
Mhm.
Fatima knew, but I can't tell you? Why they
Right.
couldn't just, because that would have been the right thing to do. That's her friend. We know that they're best friends. Then she should have been
Mhm.
like, I can't tell you, da 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 da, but I'll be there and I'll try my best to put a stop to it, something. But anyway, so they're
Yeah.
really trying to draw this thing out about Karen and her just getting along with Fatima. Now I got to go back to something Zach said when Zatima, but I always call her Zatima. Y'all
Uh-huh.
know if I say Zatima, who I'm talking about. But when Fatima was telling Zach, Fatima was telling Zach about what happened between. Will you stop? When Fatima was telling Zach about what happened between her and Gary, Zach said something about Gary being disrespectful, and this may be petty, and this only I would notice this, but he said that he wasn't, taking his disrespect. He disrespected his baby mama, and he disrespected
Mm.
you. Why is she number two? Am I being petty?
Mm-mm. Well,
But
I didn't catch that, but I get what you're saying.
well, I caught it. I definitely saw it. But anyway, so
Mhm.
where was I at? So let's go to the wedding. Hayden was getting ready to pull up. I felt sorry for Hayden. As much as we love to hate
Yeah.
him, I almost shedded a tear because he going through too much. You didn't make partner.
Mhm.
The homeboy was sleeping with your wife or ex-wife or however it goes. And it was just, I felt so sad for him. I
I
was like,
know
what's
his
wrong
whole
with
little
me?
world just crashed down.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want him to get partner because too egotistical. He would have made life for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yep.
So I didn't want him to make partner, but I definitely didn't want him to be brokenhearted in the end. And I
Mhm.
want to say this, Tyler tried it, but I'm working my way up to why I keep saying that. Um, so Hayden said he was going to pull up. Now back to Fatima and the red bag. Now here's my answer about that red bag. Dang, can I say that yet? I still got a half a page of notes. But anyway, so we gotta get into it anyway because I can't keep doing this. First of all, Zach called her Suge wife
Yeah, I caught that.
instead of calling her Suge Knight.
Uh-huh.
Also, I wrote in my notes. She said we're gonna do it my way, and then he called her Usher.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, they're crazy. I missed that. That was on my last page notes. But anyway, so the thing about Fatima's red bag, and she always carries a red bag, but that wasn't the same red bag because it was a darker shade of red. But anyway, only I would notice that. But the point of that was she always pulls out a knife, right? Remember, she pulled out the
Mhm.
knife before it came out of the red bag. So there we have it, the red bag. This whole episode reminded me of when JR got shot and they was trying to figure out who did it, and it was so
Yep.
perfect. That's what this was. And like
Yep.
that's why I keep on saying that Tyler tried it. But before I get to that, Danny, I like when she threatened to blow up the spot, because I always say blow up the spot whenever I'm writing. I like when she said that. I'm glad Jordan showed up. Now I was okay with them saying, making reference to the matches and the gasoline. I didn't like how they included Lisa Left Eye's name in that. I don't know if you've.
I didn't even catch
I didn't
that.
like that. I felt like it was disrespectful and it was low.
Oh wow.
That was very disrespectful. We know that she burned down Andre Rison's house all them years ago, but she's
Yeah.
deceased now and she died in a bad way. So
Mhm.
why would you say? I didn't like that. That was wrong. So Tyler, if you listen, or one of your counterparts or whoever's listening, I ain't like that. That was cruel. I felt it was kind of cruel. Anyway, so um, they're ready to do whatever. I miss the old Jordan because when Jordan was standing there and he kissed Andy,
Mhm.
I almost cried. It melted my heart. Now imagine if the old Jordan had done that. I believe we would have been crying
Yep.
because it would have been
Definitely.
because him being he looks, more masculine than this
Mhm.
Jordan. But I felt sad. I felt really sad. But I'll get to this whole thing, the end, and what I think about that. And Andy, the way she cried. Did you see how she was
Mhm.
crying? That's good
Yeah,
acting. That's
it
good acting.
was.
I've tried to make myself cry just to see if I could do it.
Can't do
If
it.
I can pull it off, if I can pull it off, I have to be ugly before I make that teardrop. I have the big face got to be torn up. But there's this actress. She's from here. She does a lot of Tubi movies. But anyway, so she was talking about it before, and she said that there are certain breathing exercises that you can use to get those tears out. I wonder if that's what Andy was doing, because those tears just scrolled.
Hmm.
Now Hayden's tears, they didn't look. That looked like some Visine AC running down his face, because he didn't. They didn't look
Probably
like
was.
his. Right, his face didn't produce those tears, but his eyes were sad. But Andy's, those tears were, they're very awesome. But anyway, so
Mhm.
let's fast forward it on up and get to, because I've been talking so fast because I wanted to get to the conclusion of all this. Wait, before I say that, Karen is in her second year of pregnancy, because this is the end of the
Second year.
season. Her second year of pregnancy. Her baby is eating sandwiches at this point. This is the second year of her pregnancy. We didn't live through the
Mm-mm.
entire season we did 7 with a break.
Mhm.
And weeks went by. Remember it had the time progression. Weeks had gone by in this season. So we got the
Mhm.
entire season, the 7th season. She's been pregnant since at least the beginning of 6.
Yes, he has.
Matter of fact, they ran into Fatima and Zach at the grocery store. I believe that was the
Oh
beginning. That
yeah.
was that was either the beginning of this season or the ending of the last. But at any
Yeah,
rate,
this
there's been
been
plenty of
long.
time. This baby is 2 years old, and then they got the nerve to have her belly. I keep saying baby, it's twins.
Yep.
It's twins. But anyway, moving on to the end of the show. So Gary got stabbed. I
Mm.
was totally disappointed. In this show overall, I was disappointed. For this to be the season finale, this was
Yeah.
trash. I was
Mm-hmm.
disappointed because we've watched all. I was excited to see the show, but we got all the way to the end to see what we saw. And Gary laying there like that. Now, what Tyler wants us to do is he wants us to try to figure out who killed him. Was it
Right.
Madam? Was it Hayden? Was
Mhm.
it Zach? Was it
Yeah.
Fatima? So now we're supposed,
Mhm.
was it Jordan? Well, it couldn't have been Jordan because he was right there. So now we're supposed to be sitting somewhere pondering over for the next couple of months. I don't think nobody cared because it was
Yeah.
so,
I hope they don't drag that out.
yeah, yeah. Because if they do, it's over because they reach and they grasp for
Mhm.
straws. I don't think nobody cares. Not saying that
Right.
we didn't care about Gary.
I
That's
mean,
not
but
what I'm
he just
saying.
had too many people after him.
Right,
But
but
yeah, we don't feel like going through no
mm-mm,
whole investigation
it's not worth it.
and guessing game and all of that. Uh-uh.
Yeah, yeah. So he could have kept that. That's why I said that Tyler, he tried to bring it there.
Mhm.
No, this is not Dallas. This is not even it. And then, is he really dead?
Right, and look how long I stopped watching the other show. What's the name of the other show? With the president and stuff?
I love the Oval. Don't
Oh
do that.
yeah,
I
the
went
Oval.
back.
But I'm just saying I stopped watching that, but the son, they look how long they dragged that out, whether he was dead or not and
Well, he
what
dead.
happened.
Look, he dead.
Yeah, I remember you told me. But it
He's
still
dead.
dragged on a long
Yeah.
time. I don't feel like they're dragging like that with Gary. Like you said, it's no. I mean, they need to come on with some more storyline with something else.
I'm starting to get disappointed in the whole thing. I'm starting to get disappointed because we have characters that don't make sense. Penelope.
Mm,
Did Penelope really make sense? No.
right.
Pam, at this point, looking back, did she really make sense? Robin,
Mhm.
did he really make sense? Because where is he now? He would be
Right.
somebody that needs to be here, but did he really make sense? No.
Mhm.
That ugly face detective that they had, who was doing all the digging and stuff. Did she make
Yeah.
sense? I mean, it's just some things can be said and you don't have to see the total picture because some things are better left to
Mhm.
just figure it out. But it's some characters that he has implemented in the show that don't belong. So as far as who
Mhm.
shot JR or who stabbed Carrie, I don't
Right.
think nobody care. I think it's stupid, and I just wish that they
Mhm.
would pick up a new storyline. Just pick up another person that's dumb. Aaron, why is he even there?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Right.
know they needed somebody else for this, but why? Why did Jason Weaver? Why
Mhm.
was he there? Just
Right. Right. And there still was
yeah.
no
It's some
end to that
characters.
besides her getting a salon, but
No
they made it
end.
seem like it was gonna be more than that. It was
Mm-hmm.
weird.
Very. Just like the real estate agent.
Mhm.
She was in affiliation with Jason Weaver, and then you have her affiliated with that was Paul's sister,
Yeah.
and then the lady next door,
Right.
Deja. Where do these people fit in at? But anyway, so
Exactly.
moving on, I was disappointed in this episode. I don't know if Gary's really dead. I don't care. I feel like this episode was poorly written and it was rushed. It was
Mhm.
rushed
I agree.
because I feel like he just threw something together. How long is Karen gonna be pregnant? Only thing
Mhm.
I'm it really enjoying is Danny and Tony because I'm enjoying how Danny has changed, and I think
Mhm.
that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing to me as far as this
Yeah.
season goes. Nothing else is. This whole thing with Sabrina, even it's kind of I don't appreciate it. No,
I
another
do
way to
not appreciate
I don't
this.
appreciate it. So I'm
Yeah, they could
disappointed.
have did better. I agree. I
And we
agree.
waited. You mean to tell me you broke this season up into two parts
Right. Just to
for this to
end
be the
like this.
end? No.
Right.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You should see me closing my notebook right now, closing my book on the whole thing because you're not going to hear me say, when is the next season starting? At this
Mhm.
point, whatever.
I know.
Whatever. I
Y'all
wasn't
please
happy.
let us know if y'all feel the
Yeah,
same way, cause
exactly.
I was disappointed too. I agree with
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah, and they just stumped all over Hayden.
And
I
even
didn't
Andy's now that
I
scream
didn't like
well,
that. I
I
didn't
didn't
like that.
either.
No, the scream that was okay. I get it why she was
I
screaming
mean,
because
it was
she's
just
happy.
like the little pause and
Yeah. Well, that was the point
yeah.
was to for us to. She's happy. This is a happy
Yeah.
scream, but she's faking it. I didn't like the way she was addressing Hayden in that office when she found out that she made partner. I thought that was tacky.
Why? Cause he been taunting and messing with her.
But grow up. You the bigger person. You're not like he is. But that they reduced her when they did that.
Well,
I didn't
yeah.
like it. I didn't like it.
Mm.
I guess she was trying to find a slick way to say it that she was, she made partner.
Mhm.
Say it and don't show it. I didn't like that. It was fine when she said it, but when she was trying to show it, come on, you just got a bump all the way up.
Yeah,
My
that
whole
was
attitude, yeah,
yeah.
that wouldn't. I didn't like that. I didn't like them doing that to her character because I feel like that's not her character.
Mhm.
So I don't know. So that's. I think let me look back at my notes one more time. Because I hate till we get to the end and be like, is that it? And say, yeah. And then be like, oh, okay. I forgot to say this. But, mm,
I
mm,
truly think that's it.
yeah, me too. Me too. You're not going to hear me say, girl, you think Gary's dead for real? Or, no. Mm-mm. At this point, a couple of those characters can hold hands and jump. Anyway, guys, I have said all that I have to say. I don't know what we're going to do for this time that we're out. I said something about doing Zatima by myself, but I haven't even heard like they're talking about the end of the summer, fall, or however
Mhm.
they put it. It's going to be too long from now. And if that show when Zatima's on Sisters not, so that means that we're going to go through a whole season of Zatima before they bring Sisters back. So hopefully Karen will be to had her baby during that break, or however it goes. But
Yeah,
this
we'll
was
see.
I thought that Karen was going to be on the table at least
Mhm.
something like that. But she's too busy out here making friends with Fatima and trying to find out what's going on with Andy. But anyway, I just made myself dizzy. That's that is truly it for me.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Okay, don't say that on this show. But anyway, so
What?
that's for my other show.
Yeah.
Thanks, so guys. That's it. We'll see you guys I guess next year. It's like no for real,
Oh
December.
goodness.
If I am to go on with Zatima, then I will make an announcement so you guys can keep current. But that's it, guys. We out.
All right. Bye, everybody. See y'all next season.